goes behind the goal. Reese to Chico, the short stick defensive midfielder for the Blue Jays, applying the pressure. Chico, a player that Coach Peter Millen very high on. He had played good defense, but interlead fights through the check and is able to beat Luke Stout, stick side. Great start for the Wahoos.
Callahan at the face-off dot for Johns Hopkins has been a slow starter this season. Hopkins sees the invert, the Virginia invert, and they drop into their invert zone defense. You see 5 bodies packed in the paint, and Interlead does a wonderful job of shooting around the defender. It's not like he gained valuable.
Checks into the contest, Dylan Bauer, 7 in white. 16 in white is Matt Cullison, and 25 Brooks English. He has 12 assists so far on the season.
An excellent first midfield group. Virginia double polling. They'll put a short stick down low and attackman Stuart Phillips.
16 in orange for Virginia guarding Kyle Morris. 38 in orange, the starter for Virginia. Feet in front, English finds the back of the cage. Nifty look from Dylan Bauer. Brooks English, he's got 12 assists on the year. That time, he finds the back of the net.
Everybody wants to talk about Matt Collison and his impact on this offense, but I got to tell you, Brooks English has had a fantastic season. Bauer carries down the right wing and just jams that ball inside. Constantly moving. Brooks English, he can score goals himself. You're not falling for a head ball trick today.
No.
Not with me here.
No, you're on it. Legendary calls here. The spirit of Joel Tinney. Smith and Millen working on each other. Smith just takes it away. Nice job getting a stick in the passing lane. And Scott Smith with the caused turnover.
Millen passed 25 turnovers.
That 10-man ride really caused the Blue Jays fits. Millen, hands-free shot, save Stout. Corrals it outside of the crease. Good save for the graduate student, the transfer from Loyola, Luke Stout, soaking up his first save of the ball game.
Here's the ride.
We're gonna have our first flag of the game. Looks like it was interlead. May have gotten him up a little hot. We'll have a man advantage for up to 60 seconds. Let's take a look at the replay.
He puts himself in a tough spot there. He's kind of cornered. But you see that that's the one guy that scares you from the outside.
Melendez surveys. Chick, nice feet inside, shot, save Morris. Robbery on Chuck Ralston, 51 in white. Kyle Morris with a gorgeous save, and that's got the Virginia bench pumped.
Man down clear now. These aren't always easy.
I think confidence is the word, you know, you're looking for a goaltender. Colsey, easy save for Stout.
I like Stout's body language, just the best he's looked so far.
To Russell Melendez.
Big lefty, Schroeder's the definition of physical.
Stu Phillips gets a little bit of a daylight. Trail check, ball on the carpet. Here come the Cavs.
Can you get numbers, or can you pin offensive personnel on the field now during your clear? Thursday, they're winning the matchups on the perimeter. They haven't had to dig into their slide packages, which at times have been faulty this season. Offensively, they're much more deliberate. They look more organized, playing to different strengths.
Shot finds the back of the net. Beautiful bounce shot from Jack Walsh off of the assist from Charles Balsamo, and Virginia regains the lead.
Coach Tiffany said to us this week, what we have is enough. We've just got to do a better job of putting the players in their optimal spots. Well, here it is. Balsamo's known as an invert midi. He draws the double team. Hopkins slides to his eyes. I don't know why. And Walsh scores from the perimeter. What can Jack Walsh do? Creates the step down. We saw that against Carolina.
Colsey on the defense, being played by Quentin Kilrain, the sophomore. Shot by Millen, posts up, fires high to high. Stout points at himself, but Virginia has now jumped out to a 2-goal cushion.
Good to see McKay back in the lineup, coming off a freshman season that he had, 66 points, one of the top freshmen a year ago. He is emotionally mature. It's a new assignment for him this year, being the point guard of this offense. But at his core, core. At his truest DNA is a goal scorer.
In the Baltimore area, the #1 recruit in the graduation 2025 class. So, a lot of Millens here in Virginia. Good ground ball picked up by Callahan.
That's half
He
the
is
battle,
being
Dixon.
hounded.
Half the battle. Great pass.
Here comes Johns Hopkins. The shot and a goal! And that is a big one. Jack Monfort, off of the broken play on the face-off, slips into the backside, catches it, cruises in, and gets Hopkins' second tally of the day.
Live by the sword, die by the sword. Virginia pressures the Fogo from the draw. Watch this. I believe it's Callahan who wins it. 5 and white. The slash, big physical play. Look at Callahan, chases down. Right here is where this goal is made. He's double teamed. He runs away and circles. His eyes are up. Next thing you know, you got the numbers on the far side. Monfort does a wonderful job. The pump.
We'll have to sit out that next face-off and force Joe Hobart back in to take that second draw. Or next draw, I should say. He took the second draw after Callahan violated on the opening face-off of this contest.
Callahan is like an A+ student here at Johns Hopkins. This place is not easy. Trust me.
Oh, we know.
Super technician.
Shot, another goal. Low angle. Truett Sunderland finds the bottom of the cage. Virginia playing loose, playing free, and they're back up by 2.
Hopkins' defense is a little bit disarray right now. Millen scores in the wing shot, and now it's Sunderland, who's so dangerous in the slot area. So all of a sudden, the tempo of this game picks up. Great ball movement. Virginia capitalizes on a Hopkins defense. It's on the carousel. They're trying to keep up with the rapid ball movement. Sunderland just plants his feet. Keeps blowing out of the west here, and the
referee's hat just flew off.
His hat, so it's going to get windy the remainder of this game.
Legal procedure on Hopkins. Looked like they were playing the ball out of bounds.
Bauer slashed the Virginia defender and stick broke in half, and then he made contact with the defender playing without a stick.
Wow. 4th turnover for the Blue Jays. Ooh, that'll be a flag.
This is a tough break. This is a tough break for the Blue Jays. And this is accidental. There's no malice here. The player's level is changing. You see this in football and targeting all the time. Good to see the player who got hit up on his feet. Collison will have a
full-time 1 minute
no
penalty.
parole. Watch him slip. Collison's on his way to deliver probably a legal check, and the ball carrier accelerate if you're Collison and pull up.
Millen paints the corner on the extra man. It doesn't get much better than that. And Virginia right now is rolling heavy.
Let's go.
He's able to set his feet. The defense has got to recognize strengths and the guys you want to stop on this extra man. For Virginia, it's three-headed in my estimation. It's Colsey from the left wing, Sunderland inside, and Millen gets the opportunity to set his feet and eye this up. Turn and rake. He absolutely tattoos the corner. This view will give you an idea of what Stout is dealing with. Jay's offense has not found their rhythm yet. Goals from Brooks English on a crease feed from Bauer, and Monfort off a face-off transition. So 6-on-6 sets have not been crisp.
Excuse me, the turnover created by Hopkins.
Virginia holding their matchups on the perimeter. They haven't had to double team or slide, forcing Johns Hopkins to score off the dribble.
Griffin Kaloji blanketing Hunter Chavette, the lefty shooter for Johns Hopkins. Feet in front, Collison nestles it in his stick, one cradle, and it's out. And the big man solves the Virginia defense for his first goal of the afternoon.
The pep band has never sounded better for Collison, who just follows the slide. Watch this invert, how it draws the double team. Boom, adjacent double team, Collison follows it. He catches, he's able to give the goalie a pump fake, and then shoot this ball hard to net. Don't mess around with the goalie's stick. Don't mess around with the goalie's feet. Kind of owned the middle of the field last night. And Don Petramalo scored a bounce shot goal. I don't know if you folks saw it. Like, Google the highlights of that game, and you watch the way he shoots. He took a three-quarter on bouncer from 15 and just tagged the corner.
Colsey's been quiet so far in this game, but it has been okay for Virginia.
Good
Backside
look.
feed, yeah.
That's where the opening is.
Colsey, nice feed in front. Truett Sunderland, however, steps. Hopkins this season shoots 44% in the second quarter, so we'll see if they can make up some ground here.
It's a foul.
Stu Phillips getting aggressive, gets shoved in the back. Looks like that'll be a 30-second man on Virginia. Take a look at it on the replay.
Again, no double team, which I kind of like, but once you're on the players,
Roll downs roll. Chavette lets it go, and Morris stabs it out of midair.
Nice.
He sticks it.
He brings it every single time.
Montfort on the defense for Hopkins. Lefty shot gobbled up by Luke Stout. That offering by Will Inderlead. He's already scored. Keeping things under control. Peter Millman now giving an earful to Michael Kleeblatt, the trail official. Pass to Chavette. Sky whammy. Gets it in and scores. Face dodge. Chavette throws his defender, walks around him, and gets in the scoring column for the first time in 3 games. Has to feel good.
We talked to Pete Millman on Thursday. He talked about Chavette. Don't step back. Get over the top. Get around, guys. He's settling. Work for the best shot. This is a classic example of the time he's put in over the last
To create. Separation, there it is.
Get your answer.
It's Hunter Chavette.
I tell you, Melendez has been on the bench for a bunch of these possessions. I'm not sure what the deal is. He was a little limpy earlier. He's not out there right now. And so you're playing with a six-pack of offensive players who, not sure who the penetrator is going to be. It was a big goal for Hopkins. Tied this baby up at 5. Here it is again. He's just on the perimeter. He's got a short stick, so he feels confidence. Takes it to the top. You get the slippage. And
For Virginia in the contest now. His defensive cover is Dylan Bauer as they continue to double pull the midfield. Shot by Morris.
everything but
Save.
finish.
Yeah.
9 in white now gets just a monster opportunity. West Coast kid.
It's right there.
Back to
Flip.
even. Good time to attack now. Who are you picking on as we're back to even?
Nice takeaway by Chismar.
It's not the guy you want to pick on.
Noah Chismar, the preseason All-American. His father, the New York Times bestseller series. Unbelievable reading. Virginia 0 for 2 shooting thus far in the second quarter. Just really haven't had the ball that much. Kilrain with a smart play. Wow. Checked the ball into the ankles of the Virginia. This is Colsey. Hands are free. Being guarded by Weisar of Johns Hopkins, a transfer from Salisbury. This is Millen, now matched up on Kilrain. Draws a double, hits the backside in a couple of fakes, and a goal for Truett Sunderland. You said Virginia needed it. They got it. They retake the lead at 6-5.
Millen will get credit for the assist. You make the call at home. Is this a pass or is this a shot? I'm convinced that it was a shot, and Sunderland just happened to be front swinging and catches this. Is Millen passing this? Because if it is, it's brilliant. I think he's shooting. That's a lefty jump shot. Played a great
Cavaliers
game.
that day was
16 or
unbelievable.
17 saves.
Yeah.
Schwartzman, clutch saves. Paul Rabel has the game-winning assist.
Benson Irwin.
Pizer wins the faceoff. 12 seconds. Matt Ward was the hero. Scores.
It's a long journey, the whole body of work. Eric Chick now in the game on midfield for Johns Hopkins.
You compare this Hopkins lineup right now to last season, there's like no carryover.
Right.
Think about losing. Angeles, Degnan, Peshko, Grimes, McDermott.
Rawson, feed and shot. Beautiful job by Rawson. Collects the feed from Charlie Eiler. Little pump fake, weaves through defense, and deposits it.
I believe he gets the assist on this goal. Watch it, he's at X, he's really patient, he's accurate. Dicing and slicing this Virginia defense from behind with some crisp passing. High to low finish. That's money.
The people that I did, what's wrong with Virginia? They're going to get blown out. I think we've been around this thing long enough. We know better how teams will respond. Gabriel wins the faceoff in front to Sunderland. And just like that, Virginia regains the lead. Hat trick for number 3 in orange, another Baltimore native.
It's an interesting shaped fast break off the face-off, the Fogo win. It didn't look like your classic L break from the face-off. You pinch and pop out the front side. Great handle. Sunderland just kind of cuts the crease underneath. He was the OC. He believed in a little more freelancing. Kevin Casillas is more of a standard play.
Shots
working.
And another goal for the Cavaliers. Johnny Hackett, welcome to Charlottesville. First point in a Virginia uniform.
So a more scripted approach is the way Lars Tiffany analyzed it to us. And man, they are dissecting this Hopkins defense, this over-aggressive slotty. Look at a double team on the corner. Why? Please tell me why you're doubling that man when he's at goal line extended and he's not a threat to score. He
Want to try to get one here if you're the Jays. Little swim move down the alley. Bauer inside, shot the whirling Dervish. Finds Stu Phillips inside, unguarded, uncontested. He pirouettes Hopkins to their 7th goal of the game.
How open was Stu Phillips?
7-11 open.
I mean, he's open all day long. The swim, gorgeous. Double team, triple team comes. But you need a second slide there, and none shows up. Look, 2 can go, but you got to back it. Slides need to work.
We've got a great game on hand. Clock is down to under 15 seconds. Looking for something, a little skip pass. It's Collison. Gives it up to Bauer, back to Collison. It's on the turf. 2 seconds, 1, and that's how the first 30 minutes of lacrosse will end here at Homewood Field. Virginia has to feel really good about that 30 minutes of action, leading here at half 8-7.
They bounce back from their loss at Ohio State. That last possession by Hopkins, I don't love supporting-based defense, but I think the decisions of when to double team have to be reevaluated, because in my eyes, they're creating offense for opponents.
Face-off violation against Virginia.
Super smart, and he puts that to work for himself.
63% in the second half is Callahan in 2025.
The other thing, adjustment-wise, is if you're Lars Tiffany and Kip Turner of this Virginia team, what are you doing defensively with no Melendez, as Melendez is still remaining on the bench?
And now we have Stu Phillips getting up very gingerly. Liam Burke. Burke gets a step outside the net. Mars picks it up. Crisis averted. Virginia looking to push the envelope early in the possession.
See if they pick on Ayers. He's going to try to run, speeding out of the game up by the midfield line.
Colsey with a great dodge, and he pastes the upper 90. Saw the matchup on the short stick, Eric McDonald for Hopkins, and he wasted no time winning his matchup and finding the net.
This is superb. And Ryan Colsey, the sophomore now, the lefty's had a monster early part of the season. It's a matchup he's going to win. Hopkins defense is not really set up, and their double team is late. But let me tell you,
interesting with these injuries to the attack unit. Eric Chick is a player who was running in the midfield, but he started the season down on attack. Feet across the crease, and there's the finish. Collison to Chavette. Beautiful feed. A nice finish, soft hands from 91 in white. Hopkins back to within 1.
Talked about Matt Collison, big number 16, the junior from Ontario, Canada, and how clutch he's been in his career. He's a bulldozer, and he's got a little bit of everything in his game. He's got an outside shot. He can beat you off the dribble, and this time, watch this lefty feed to the backside. It's a thing of beauty. He looks through the defense and finds.
Quit Kilrain trying to win the substitution game. Burke, they have a man advantage now. It's a 6-on-5 momentarily. Burke steps in, shoots, and it's saved. Clean stab, clean snare by Kyle Morris in the Virginia net.
Really good movement to the ball. I mean, we've seen so many of these goalies adopt this wide, kind of anchored stance. Morris did the ball movement on that shot. I love the way he's stepping and attacking.
Gets the shorty matchup. Wills Burke being very aggressive.
Confrontational.
Yeah.
Virginia defense on ball.
Sticky, very sticky.
Coach Millenham said they want to jam you at the point. Cross-check, jam you hard.
Bauer gets inside, shot, and it just had enough English on it to go over the goal line. Tremendous individual effort by Dylan Bauer.
He's been Mr. Consistent for this first midfield line. Fans here in Baltimore love it. Acceleration, finish, he dives, excuse me, tangent to the crease, and stays out of that circle, pays the price too, takes a knee in the helmet. Dylan Bauer, the grad student, Park City, Utah. Beautiful part of this.
Chavette does have a short stick matchup, finds air shot, saved. Kyle Morris read that one all the way and makes a clean.
Big upset. Hopkins has never led in this game.
No. Looking to change that now. Dylan Bauer over to Chavette. Chavette's got a shorty. And he finds the back of the cage. Stop, pop, and drop. 91 in white with the worm burner. Sends it far post. And the Blue Jays take their first lead of the afternoon.
From the time you get off the bus, you take a step out of the locker room, your biggest chore as a goaltender is to be ready, to respect the sessions. They're in no rush to get things going.
Eiler gets a step, shot, and a score! Charlie Eiler rolls away from the pressure, head of steam, gets a step, and he slams it home. Hopkins continuing their run.
San Ramon Valley in California has been a little bit of a mini hotbed. He's a sophomore who broke his ankle last year and didn't get much playing time. But one thing is vitally apparent today. He's got great speed and change of direction.
As they played a ton of defense in the second and now third quarters. Stu Phillips gets it going up top. Chavette, beautiful pick. Arms are free, and he finds the twine. It is turned into Hunter Chavette Day here on Homewood Field.
Today. This is just a brilliant east-west pick play. Pass, pick, curl to the front side. So instead of a pass down, pick down, this is a pass across. Phillips sets the pick there. The defender takes the northern route, so to speak, on top of the pick, and Chavette running forward. That's got to be respected. This is a big Virginia defense. They want to get your hands on you. Tough to get your hands on Eiler.
Burke, nice slide by Schroeder.
Good defense.
Looked like Burke held Schroeder's 5-0 run for Hopkins. Shuts. Gets run over by Kilrain. Star on attack, but with him out, guys aren't deferring to him. They're saying, okay, we got to get this done with who we have, and we don't have 31, so let's go. So Virginia did get that shot clock reset. Colsey draws the double. Sends it over to Menke. Menke to Millen.
Feels like Virginia's splits are too wide, so they are reversing the ball on a double team, but it's taking too long, and Hopkins is recovering really well.
Virginia bench wanted an interference call on Hopkins as they ran over a picker. Shot by Millen, stopped by Luke Stout.
Creative shot by Millen, nice stop by Stout. The lefty goes offside.
Shot, save. Morris closed the guide. Low wing. Shot is blocked by a Virginia defender.
Vicious ground ball play in this game.
Reese Gusto.
Always out of the west here in Homewood Field.
Millen tries to jam it. Turnover to Chico. Had the initial grounder. Now it's Kilrain. Kilrain heading up the field.
It's got to be a foul.
Yeah, he just got it. Yeah, he definitely got fouled. They play on. Virginia, the call is turnover. Ball don't lie. Weisar picks it up. Over to Kilrain. Hopkins now. Aggressive ride for Virginia.
Beautiful clear.
Way to handle the pressure.
Gigantic in this game.
Liam Burke, he's been a problem all day for Virginia. Nice defense by Noah Chismar. Shot.
Look for an invert, left-handed.
Does have an assist earlier in the game. He gets it, but he does not get it. Sloppy behind the cage. Loose ball. Remains in the corner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Picked up by Virginia. Gritty ground ball by Balsamo. They might have something here. Feet in front. Sunderland denied. Luke Stout shuts the door. Sunderland gets it on the rebound. Errant pass goes out of bounds. Luke Stout letting the Virginia attack know about it.
Best save he's made in his ability to handle and bob up and down with multiple fakes.
Left side of your screen, there is the save, and then he gives a nice check just for good measure. Having watched Luke Stout play at Loyola the last couple years, he gets better as the season goes on.
You mentioned that on our call this week, Mark. Why do you think that is?
I think he just settles into a groove. Shot to goal! And all is groovy right now for Johns Hopkins. Dylan Bauer taking the feed, plants his feet, pots it far post. Hopkins extends their lead to 4.
Dust off the Doyle Smith Trophy. Dust it off. It sits in the Cordis Center. The winner of this trophy game owns it. Bauer finds the net. Stout makes the big save. Oh, last week at Ohio State.
They're now running McCabe Millen out of the box. And he gets Patrick Deans backside to Schutz. And it worked.
That's big. That's big.
Millen takes the long stick midfielder behind the cage. Schutz comes out, is wide open on the backside, plants it upper 90.
Still tons of time here. Okay, that's the good news for Virginia. You got a half a quarter. It's only a 3-goal game. Double team drawn right there. Take the ball to X, that allows you to attack the weak side, and then perfect pass, and Schutz gets on the board.
Pressure. Hopkins thus far been able to handle it. Spin back into the middle. Powelson shoots it. It doesn't make the cage. Ben Weyer picks it up. Numbers for the Cavaliers.
Numbers here.
They're pushing. Schneider down to Millen. Let's fly, and he drills it. McCabe Millen with a rocket gets Virginia to within 2.
Timeout, Johns Hopkins. This is a disaster. The turnover high in the zone, and Virginia steamrolls down the field in kind of a 5-on-4. Everybody looked a little tired. tired. They pass it on to Millen, and you think this might be out of his range, but he just got the wrist torque behind that and plays to the bench. Suddenly there is life in Whoville.
2 goals for the Virginia Cavaliers.
Probably going to need to score one more goal.
Mishandle. There's Tommy Snyder again for Virginia, right in the middle of it. Ware lost his balance, gets back to his feet. Tough ground ball. Noah Chismar
Guess who?
digs it out, chugs across the midfield line. Virginia does have a timeout left.
They got offensive personnel, Shaw, Vet, Ross.
10 seconds to shoot. Shuts. He's got Rawson. Olay defense. Feed at the feet of Millen. Can't handle it. Ball's on the ground. Hopkins dodges the defensive bullet. They create the turnover, and now they're trying to clear.
That's fantastic, fantastic defense. Rawson digs in enough. Up top, 50.
Brooks Inglis gets underneath, tried to jam it into Cullison. It's mishandled. Here comes Virginia. Schroeder.
Danger.
Long strides of 49 in orange. And he runs into too much pressure. Probably code red after last season. It worked. And a great play. Schroeder almost knocked.
Wow. Good ground ball
Ayers
play.
out of bounds.
Ayers saves the ball, Dixie, and
Nice
bailed
job.
out. That was superb. There's an empty net here.
What does Hopkins elect to do? They're just going to pull it out and milk this clock.
Nunes into the game, I believe. That's not Morris.
A little bit more athletic.
Enhances your chance to win.
1 minute left in the game. It starts with Millen. High pick set by Interlead. Millen gets the short stick matchup. Will he operate? He's being blanketed. Over the head check, misses Millen. Shot, he got drilled.
Body check. Contact to the head. 2 minutes. That's
Real.
locked
2 minutes locked in.
Wow.
And they're going to go to the video. And by looking at the video, the officials will determine if they should upgrade this foul or if they could potentially downgrade it.
McCabe Millen last weekend, 37 seconds to go in the game against Ohio State. That was a blatant high headshot. This one I thought was a little, initially I thought it was in shoulder to shoulder.
I think the extension of the arms, right?
Was it helmet on helmet?
No,
Yeah.
there was no extension of the arms.
No,
It looks like it was the shoulder
I
into
thought it was shoulder
Millen.
to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I don't even think contact was made with
Yeah.
Millen's helmet. No, it wasn't. That's a clean hit in the 80s and the 90s.
So the referees now are looking. They called it direct contact to the head. They could downgrade it to indirect, which would give Deans potentially a minute. May take off the locking it in. There's direct, flagrant, and then they could downgrade it altogether.
Yeah.
And say maybe there's nothing here or it's just an illegal
The
body.
ball now, he got to step out a bit and play this ball.
10 saves for Stout. Inside shot, a goal! Truett Sunderland. Hopkins came off of the shutoff of McCabe Millen, but they left number 3 in orange, Truett Sunderland, all by himself inside. Menke finds him. We have got a 1-goal game left. 1-goal game with 10 seconds remaining.
Go back 20 years in that 2005 semifinal. Matt Ward scores with 12.1 to go on the clock, and you think Virginia's headed to the national championship game. 12 seconds. Well, in this case, Virginia's got 10 to work with. You need magic off the face-off. Nice dish in front. Sunderland's had a big day. It all comes down to this face here.
Greenspan to take it for Virginia. Callahan for Hopkins. Virginia has now won their 13th faceoff, and Ware just kind of flicks it up the field. Kilrain picks it up. The clock is trickling down, and that will do it. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays hold on and stave off the upset bid from the Virginia Cavaliers by a goal, 13-12.